McHale who gets the catch. He's got Patrol.
Just like in game number one, tonight's second half of our doubleheader between the Henry Sibley Warriors and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs features two teams in the middle of the Metro East Conference as both teams try to look to improve their standings. It's the Warriors and the Zephyrs here from George Smith Field at Mahtomedi High School. Alongside Allison Vogt, I am Alex Wested, and Allison, a brief contrast from our last game where both teams were near the top, but still looking for that positioning. Tonight, in the second half of our doubleheader, two teams in the middle of the standings, but still looking to improve.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams, they still have, winning records, and I expect to have a very competitive game here tonight again. And, looks like it's going to be Warriors' last game of the season, so it'd be great for them to cap off a win. And then Mahtomedi, it'd be great to, if they could win, launch them into their next game.
Our team profiles as the Zephyrs will face off against the Hill Murray Pioneers after this one tonight. You see both teams, they're allowing only a goal per game, but they score slightly more for the Zephyrs, averaging just over a shade over 4, and the Warriors averaging just a shade over 2, but the Zephyrs with fewer games played, this being their 4th, for the Warriors this being their 7th and final contest on the season. Warriors in the road whites, they will travel from right to left across your television screen, and the Zephyrs on the other side will travel in their home blues from left to right across your television screen. We want to say hi to everybody watching on Suburban Community Channels on TV 19, HD 801 in the Northeast Metro. We also want to say hello to our friends watching on Town Square Television in the South Metro in Henry Sibley territory. We want to thank you for joining us as we share this stream live with those of you in Town Square land. We also want to say hello to everybody on Suburban Community Channels on Facebook as a chance quick here right into the 18. We'll get to that hello in just a moment as the ball defended well here by the Warriors, and they'll take the ball back the other way. But again, hello to everybody watching on Facebook on Suburban Community Channels Facebook page. We certainly hope that you will continue to join us there for the streams over the course of the next few months to come. It's the Warriors as they enter tonight with a record of 3-2-1. Currently good for, as I take a peek at things, currently good for fourth out of 9 teams in the Metro East Conference. The Mahtomedi Zephyrs one spot beneath them, 3-1-0. in 5th place in a 9-team Metro East. The difference between the girls Metro East and the boys Metro East is that of where the boys have St. Thomas Academy in order to play against, as well as everyone else normally part of the Metro East Conference. So an extra team in the schedule, and that'll play a factor into the Metro East standings as well. Excellent race back to the ball inside the 18 as the Zephyrs try to cut it back. Still with possession though. They will race in order to get into possession. The ball will go out of bounds, and it will be a Zephyr throw on the near side. Throw coming on the near side as it was Ethan Peterson who deferred a couple of times, and now coming in to take the kick will be Michael Williams, the junior for Mahtomedi, as it'll be a throw here from just outside the edge of the 18 near side. There is a stoppage as well as one of the Zephyr forwards, I believe it's Joey Heinch, has to tie his shoe. And now that it's not Joey, of course it's Nolan Patumwan, the player to watch in our profile for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs tonight. And for Patumwan, he has in 4 games played this season 8 goals and 2 assists as the Zephyrs look to stem the offense through him. As the throw will finally be signaled now, the chance here for Michael Williams. Throw from the outside can be headed further. They'll play it there, a nice kick there, but the Zephyrs hold the edge of the 18. Kyle Schmidt trying to work his way back in before the Warriors able to take it away, and defended well off the ball that time with Schmidt. The whistle will blow, and it'll be a Warrior throw, but a little bit too physical that time by Mr. Schmidt, as it was Samuel Melgar who tried to carry the ball up. It'll be a free kick coming here for the Warriors. Allison Vogt, Alex Westhead here with you from Mahtomedi High School. 2-1 the final in the girls' game that started our doubleheader tonight. So far, a much cooler feel to this one as the sun has set, and the yellows and oranges in the trees just off to the distance are starting to show their true colors in the night light. So certainly a better night for football than it was on the girls' side. This ball can be headed once again. The Warriors trying to play things further along in the attacking half. It's defended well that time as it gets knocked out of the way. Oh, and a very aggressive tackle that time made by Kyle Schmidt, forcing Thomas Hoffman to the turf. But it will be out of bounds anyway. It'll be a Zephyr throw. Throw in by Leo De La Torre. Can be held in that time nicely by Pertumwam. Ball out of bounds though. It looks as though he was not able to hold it in. And it'll be a throw on the far sideline for the Warriors. For Henry Sibley coming into play today, they started out their season 3-0, but have been winless in their last 3 contests, as their last win came against Tartan on September the 3rd, a 2-0 score there, but then losses to St. Thomas Academy as a chance into the box is gotten through that time by the Warriors as they'll start to rush back the other way. But then a loss also to the Sibley Spartans and a tie at Hill Murray, which has gotten them their 3-2-1 record so far. Ball smothered here by the Warrior goaltender, wearing a neon green fading into black kit. Underneath, can be played further as they will try to get to it. Cutting back this time as the Zephyrs, and they'll reset back to the goaltender. It's senior Jack Morrison on senior night again here for Mahtomedi Ice Soccer. The girls were honored at the halftime of their game. The boys will be honored post-game here at Mahtomedi High School. The throw is back into the air, gotten to again here by Kyle Schmidt before turning it over now, and a chance for the Warriors as they'll try to work through. Excellent job that time by Saniga trying to work into the 18, but the ball goes off of his foot and wide out of bounds. Goal kick upcoming for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, so far there doesn't seem to be one team either or the other has taken control so far. It's been a very even game with both teams being able to get maybe some chances downfield, but then of course their defense has been defending well.
The Mahtomedi Zephyrs came in last week in the ball in the 15th as the ball goes back into the defensive half for Sibley. Defended well, and they'll clear it back out. As it was the 9th ranking in Class 1A for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs as of the last poll. Again, Peterson with a aggressive race to the ball, goes out of bounds. It'll be a Sibley throw coming. They are 9th in Class A. Breck, Austin, Academia Holy Angels, Blake, and Waconia round up the top 5. Then De La Salle, St. Cloud Tech, Hill Murray, Mahtomedi, and Benilde St. Margaret. Again, that 8-9 matchup coming here on Thursday. It'll be a corner kick upcoming for Mahtomedi, the first of the game for them. Here in this one, again, a lot of corners in the girls' contest. As we'll wait the ball to get into that corner. A little bit more of a conversation happening here, as it'll be Yassin Hussein to take the corner. They have Ethan Peterson short as well. They'll go on across, looking for the back post past everybody, and it'll go onto the far sideline where it can go and hit the flagpole, and it will be a throw coming from a very, very deep spot on the pitch. And it'll be a throw coming up here for Henry Sibley as Thomas Hoffman will make it. Hoffman's throw into traffic, headed further along now. Goes off of a foot, high into the air. Can be played further back now. A chance here for Schmidt as he tries to move his way around the defense of the Warriors. Nice little through ball that time, taken by Peterson. And go all the way back now where the Warriors will have a chance to rush back the other way. Cutting back as Antonio Olivares has it turned over there back into the center of the field for William Schmidt for the Warriors. So try to get a chance on goal, but the ball pushed out of bounds. It'll be a throw coming on that far sideline for Henry Sibley. 8th minute of play, no score. Warriors and Zephyrs here, George Smith Field. Again, as we take a look at where the Zephyrs came from in their last outing, they last played at St. Thomas Academy and fell by a final of 1-2. Their last victory came in the 15th a week ago today at Ettinger Field in South St. Paul by virtue of an 8-0 decision over the Packers in South St. Paul. Peterson on the far side. He'll put the throw in. It can be gotten to again here by Pertumwam as he'll work his way back into the center of the pitch. Pertumwam with a little bit of a touch pass. It's not quite successful enough to create a chance there, and the ball can be gotten to by the goaltender, who will hold on. Goaltender tonight for Henry Sibley. It's the senior number 1, Micah Dove. He's been tested a couple of times tonight. Not goals have been scored yet against him. Ball out of bounds. It'll be a Zephyr throw. Pertumwam. Look back, but unfortunately goes out of bounds here for the Warriors, and they'll have another throw. As working onto the far sideline, Zuniga will instead defer to take the throw to a teammate. The throw can be made in, back in the attacking half. So work down there, Zuniga has to cut it back. Headed along. As the Warriors trying to work back into the box. Comes here near side, kept alive here as Joseph Booth tried to play it further. Deflected well that time by Schmidt. Excellent move here by the Zephyrs as they look to start a rush back the other way. Peterson trying to work back and slow it down, waiting for his team to arrive. Unfortunately unable to get that touchdown, but still held inside the area of the 18. Oh, an excellent defensive effort that time too by Owen Langfeld as it goes all the way back out. And the Warriors can take over again. Deflected pass here, gotten to again in the area of Kyle Schmidt for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Moves it here near side. For De La Torre. Turned it over in there. Now Brandon Morris tried to push the play back the other way here for Henry Sibley. Nice little move that time by Luke Yee-Yik. As Luke Yee-Yik will be able to make his way back in off of Pertumwam's foot. And we'll go back here in a chance now for Henry Sibley as William Schmidt will start the play back the other way for the Warriors. Back onto the far sideline with some speed. They'll have to cut it back. Nice decision to work back into the center of the pitch as the ball is headed that time by Michael Williams. Warriors able to get to it again, though, right about midfield. Be taken again here by Henry Sibley. Still there on some excellent footwork that time by Zuniga. And a turnover now and another chance with numbers here, but not quite far enough of a through ball. But this one for Peterson should be good. Peterson from a sharp angle through the legs, but offsides the call on the near sideline.
Yeah, he's just a little bit offsides. Of course, you get a little excited when you see that lane open, but that was a, good heads-up play. Great way to keep their head up. Just got to slow it down a little bit and make sure you stay on sides.
Ethan Peterson, 2 goals, 4 assists in 3 games played so far this season. Again, they will travel to Hill Murray to close their scheduled regular season. Again, they have contests against North and Tartan that may be rescheduled. Again, with the end of the regular season and the general sense of I don't know what's going on that a lot of people have in the state of Minnesota with everything that is going on at the present time, those contests might not be made up at all. But those are the games that are still scheduled to be played. They just need to be rescheduled. Throwing out here upcoming for the Warriors, Thomas Hoffman. Hoffman was looking inside but headed out of harm's way. Can be played further that time for William Schmidt. As the Warriors look to maintain possession back on the far sideline, they'll look to go ahead, but deflected back into neutral areas before it comes all the way back here now. Last season, these two teams played down in West St. Paul, the Mendota Heights area where Henry Sibley High School is located. Some historical significance to the Henry Sibley name on that as well, but we'll get to that if we have time. A 0-0 decision last season between these two schools, but in the last 10, it's been Mahtomedi with the advantage, 6-2-2. Shot from a long distance out, but a chance now for the Warriors to try to follow up on it as the player went down going to the ball, as that was Jesus Garcia who had fallen down, and will be a corner here coming up for Simley. This will be their first attempt of the game. Again, you see there Jesus Garcia working his way into the 6, but looks like he just lost his footing there on that one. As a right-footed kick on the corner, trying to go back through as the ball will come all the way back out here, and a chance now back for the other side of things as the Zephyrs look to resume play back the other way. Out of bounds, almost, and now it is. And it'll be a Mahtomedi throw. So both teams 0 for 1 on corners so far. Here in 13th minute of play. Again, if you're new to high school soccer, 2 halves of 40 minutes. Stoppage time only occurs when the clock is stopped and substitutions inside the last 5 minutes of each half. Peterson able to avoid the defense of the Warriors. He'll have to cut it back, looking for some assistance. Now that he's got it, he'll refine it again in his defensive back line. Can be played further along now. So we're looking that time for Schmidt on the near side wing, unable to get to him though. And now the Warriors look to rush back the other way. Melgar looked inside for Zuniga, but Melgar able to cut it back as Zuniga down, still grabbing his knee. As play will continue here. Defended that time by Anthony Palmer. Has the ball go out of bounds, and we'll check to see on the injured Warrior.
It looks like he just kind of stepped wrong there, kind of went down in an unfortunate way, and hopefully he's not injured and he can get back in this game.
It's junior number 19, Antonio Olivares Zuniga, who is down for the Warriors. As you see there, the head coach of the Sibley Warriors, it's Terry Dowd, coming out to take a look at his player for Henry Sibley. As we'll take a look at the play that happened here. And it looks like Zuniga might have gotten a hand to the face as the cart had come out briefly as Mahtomedi Activities Director Aaron Forsyth decided to go for a spin, but he'll come on back to the sideline at this time. For the Henry Sibley Warriors, clock stopped here, 26:38 remaining, opening half, 14th minute of play. For Henry Sibley, a team and a program on the rebound, very much like the girls' counterpart. In 2019, a record of 3-8-1. They were the number 5 seed in Section 3, Class 2A, and they lost to the number 4 seed Cretin-Durham Hall 4-1 in the section quarterfinals. But before that, they have not finished over 500 in the last 5 years. In fact, finishing winless back in 2016, where they went 0-13-1. But this season, a winning record on the right side of 500. Certainly improvement happening here in this Henry Sibley Warrior Club.
Yeah, definitely. And tonight, looks like they're looking pretty good tonight. They haven't given Mahtomedi too many chances, while on the other side of things is Mahtomedi has also not given them too many chances either. So far, this is a very evenly matched game.
Throw that time came from Thomas Hoffman. Hoffman will regain it again before it can be kicked out further now. And a chance almost before it's intercepted deftly by the skill of the Henry Sibley Warriors. Battled for ball that time again, as we'll see Kyle Schmidt trying to get to it. The ball will go all the way back here right near the center field line. We'll have some substitutions. It'll go out of bounds after we'll await the Mahtomedi throw. Coming into the game, number 23, senior Carl Lowry. Or Laurie, rather, excuse me. And he will replace Luke Yik. As again, senior night here for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. And we'll have a throw here for Mahtomedi near side. Looking further for Peterson. He's able to head it back through the center where it can be defended and cleared very well with skill by William Schmidt that time for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, for the Henry Sibley Warriors. Chance now into the 18. Trying to cut it back that time was Schmidt, taken down in the box, no whistle there. Can go back here again. Padelford hits the post but offside. Beautiful run that time. A great look at a finish by Padelford, but the flag goes up.
Another great look for Mahtomedi there. They're getting these good chances. They just got to learn to, maybe slow it down a little bit and stay onside.
Carl Laurie, with that chance. And after the goal, tender trying to play it out. Can be fielded again here by Melgar, who has to go off of his foot out of bounds. Throw coming near sideline for Leo Delatorre. Delatorre off of the head of one of the players. They will rule in favor of Mahtomedi, and Delatorre will get another chance to throw. Delatorre's throw off of Pertumwam, and Delatorre able to get to it again, sticking with that ball. High into the air, far side, as we'll come back now for the Zephyrs to have another chance. Resetting to the back line is some excellent speed given that time by Joey Heinz, whose sister was an excellent star for the girls team for a number of years here in Mahtomedi. As a whistle blows, it'll be a foul call, and it'll be advantage Mahtomedi, so a free kick coming just outside the edge of the 18. 16th minute of play, no score. Warriors and Zephyrs here from George Smith Field on a summer night here on this first day of fall. Wherever you are, we hope that you are well. We hope that you are in good health. We hope that everything is going well with you on this Tuesday. Again, our next matchup, our next contest that we'll be covering following this one tonight will come next Tuesday, White Bear Stadium, as the ball's about to roll onto the field. And the whistle does not blow. Perhaps it should. Nope, they did figure it out. Okay. And the next time that we'll be on the airwaves with you will be next Tuesday. Mahtomedi will not be part of it, but it'll be on the other side of the lake on this free kick there, and it's just a little bit too strong. A nice line drive, though, into the auxiliary stand behind the goal, and there'll be a goal kick upcoming here for Henry Sibley.
Yeah, one thing I want to talk about really quick about Henry Sibley is the fact that their defense is staying far enough up to draw Mahtomedi offsides. It takes a little bit of guts to be able to do that. Your natural instinct is to kind of drop back and watch that forward, but to stay disciplined, stay up, make them draw that offsides is exactly what they need to do.
Out of bounds, far side, Zephyr throw upcoming. White Bear Lake Stillwater, our matchup next Tuesday. Again, you can watch that one on Facebook at Suburban Community Channels, where you can find all of our live streams, where hopefully for this school year, as long as there are sports, we will broadcast games live streaming for free using that Facebook site. Regaining possession here as we resume play here. Warriors working back onto the far side. They'll try to create another through ball there, but a nice interception that time by the Zephyrs as they'll look to get a chance back the other way. Patum Ram unable to handle it cleanly, but it's still gotten to here by Mahtomedi as TJ Brunner had it off of his foot before the Warriors able to reset back through center, skipping through the legs that time on the far side of Alex Von Bargen. And a chance now back for Mahtomedi the other way. A little through ball there, defended excellently by the Henry Sibley Warriors as it goes out there, and Brendan Morris did an excellent job as it goes out of bounds. Throw coming from Mahtomedi as it'll be Nolan Pertumwam. Again, our player to watch. 8 goals, 2 assists in 3 contests so far. 4 contests, rather, excuse me. He has been excellent on the offensive side for Mahtomedi, creating chances and giving the Zephyr attack life. As a throw here from Peterson went into the 6. Can be played further along now as Lowry tried to play it. Now rushed with some speed, pushed off the ball though after the ball had gone. Can be taken again here by, we'll have a whistle. It's actually going to be a conversation here with Kyle Schmidt of the Zephyrs. And it'll be a ball in favor of the Henry Sibley Warriors.
Yeah, I'd say that's the right call. This isn't hockey. You can't check as much as I'm sure some of these boys wish you would, but that's definitely the right call there.
Thomas Hoffman, his right-footed kick just on the edge of the 18, defended here by Mahtomedi. Anthony Palmer had the ball go back far side. Head played there, goes out near the out-of-bounds line, but held in with some skill that time by the Zephyrs back far side. So try to move it along now, cutting it back. Looking further ahead again for Peterson. Allison made the point earlier about just how far the Sibley defense has been willing to give Mahtomedi, and so far it looks as though the Zephyrs, at least when coming out of their own zone, but a chance now here for the Warriors back on the far side, looking for a cross in front, goes off of one of the Zephyr legs defensively, and that'll be the second corner kick of the game upcoming here for the Warriors.
Yeah, we'll see if Henry Sibley can make anything out of this. Their last one, Mahtomedi did a great job of clearing it out of the 18 right away. So, we'll see what can happen this time.
Cesar Godinez to take the corner in the 21st minute of play. Godinez goes shallow. Ball will come all the way back here now, and a chance for Colin Renner, who's defended off the ball excellently that time. As a conversation with Kyle Schmidt has made its mark, and some excellent defending that time by the forward. Throw here coming for Mahtomedi as it's headed again by Hoffman. We have a whistle There'll be substitutions as the Sibley
Substitution number 5.
players will make substitutions, and the Zephyrs will make a few of their own as well. For Dominic Isaac, head coach of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, this is 5th season as the manager of Mahtomedi. Again, last year 8-3-3, the number 4 seed in Section 4 Class A. They fell to the number 5 seed St. Paul, Washington. But beyond that loss last year, for this Mahtomedi Zephyrs boys team, it's been a team that's always been so close but never quite getting over that last edge.
Yeah, and sometimes teams just have that about them. They just have to find that one thing that's going to push them over, and typically that's going to come up from your captains, from your leadership, pushing the rest of the team to do better and be better.
If you look at the last matchups here, which we'll get to, at least their last playoff matchups, here for Mahtomedi, 2015, a section semifinal loss, 1-0 St. Paul Como Park. 2016, section championship, 1-0 loss St. Paul Como Park. 2017, one that we were here for, a loss at home to the number 4 seed St. Paul Como Park, 2-1 after a late penalty kick goal by Law 2 gave the Panthers the advantage in that one. But a chance now back into the box. Ooh, and a sharp angle shot, they score! He made the first save, but unable to get to the second, as Nolan Pratumwan adds his name to the score sheet tonight, 1-0 Zephyrs.
Yeah, as we talked about, he's the player of the game to kind of watch, I believe. And, he's dangerous, and Sibley just needs to keep an eye on him.
Well, you look at this excellent ball going through the area. As for Tumwong, just an excellent individual effort there, that right-footed kick. Not much a goaltender can do about that.
No, not much. He just made a really good play around the defenseman there, and, as we've clearly know, this is his 9th goal of the season in 5 games, which is absolutely incredible for soccer.
You see there the Mahtomedi supporting side. You'd like to see a little more social distancing among them, but ultimately we can't enforce that. We're just the broadcasters here. Throwing upcoming here for Mahtomedi near sideline as the substitution will make its move as TJ Brunner will come off. Played here again for Pratumwa. He's looking for a whistle from the near official. He won't get it. Instead, it will go Sibley's way. The Sibley throw. Header. Tried to move that ball further along. It goes back now where it can be shuffled here for Thomas Hoffman. Intercepted that time by Carl Lowry. Whistle blows. We're going to have a stoppage here. Will be a free kick in favor of Henry Sibley. Thomas Hoffman will move over to take it. And he will say, nope, don't like that bump. So we'll get another one in here from the sideline. Again, one change you'll notice is that all the way around the sideline, there are just simply extra balls put in the most common spots near the corner kick flags behind both of the goals, as the position normally occupied as the ball holder to keep play moving due to the coronavirus pandemic is unfortunately tabled for the time being. This ball will go out of bounds, can be thrown in again here by Henry Sibley, far sideline. Have another substitution, one for each side. As coming back into the game for Mahtomedi, Luke Yik will replace Carl Lowry. And also a substitution on the Henry Sibley sideline as Brendan Morris will return into the game for the Warriors. Throw on the far side for the Warriors was looking that time for Joseph Booth. Didn't quite give him enough of a chance to get to it. Excellent play that time made by Kyle Schmidt, as it will start a ball back the other way. It'll be a race to it, but the Sibley goaltender will be able to get to it. Again, we believe it is Micah Dove, the senior, but they do not have numbers on their jerseys, and I believe I heard Micah Dove's name introduced at the introductions. So that's the name that we will have to roll with. Ball went out of bounds off of the foot of Ethan Peterson, I believe. No, not correct, sorry. And it'll be a throw upcoming here for the Warriors. Nick Allison tried to put the ball back in front as it was defended well there by Luke Yik. Back into the other way. Schmidt for the Warriors. Looking to start a rush the other way for the red and white. From a sharp angle, look at this speed back to clear that chance away. Excellent effort and pursuit by Leo De La Torre to force that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, definitely. That is something that you definitely want from your defensemen is, you have that chance to get that ball, you go out, you hustle. That's what we talked about today with the girls game, is that the girls were definitely really hustling the Mahtomedi side, and you're seeing that here today again with the boys.
Charlie Drage coming back entering the game for the first time here for Mahtomedi. There's a Sibley substitution as well, as it will be Omar Polito Valderrama, the senior, who will make an appearance for the Warriors. Out of bounds, far side, another throw up coming for Henry Sibley. 14 minutes remaining, and this is the 26th minute of play. It was a Pertumwam goal at the 22nd minute that has given the Mahtomedi Zephyrs the 1-0 advantage so far. Flag is up far sideline. It'll be an advantage and a free kick in favor of Mahtomedi. Again, this is the last home contest of the regular season for Mahtomedi. They will next travel to play at Hill Murray in a boys-girls doubleheader. That is a rescheduled double fixture, I should say, from 3 weeks ago. September the 1st was rescheduled to the 24th of September. As it'll be it'll be a free kick here on the Mahtomedi side of things. Goes back to the goaltender, as it'll be the senior Jack Morrison in goal tonight for Mahtomedi. Ball high, middle of the field, can be played further, and there's going to be another whistle here. It'll be another Sibley free kick. One thing that we've noticed so far is how aggressive Mahtomedi has been on the ball tonight. It's worked well for them in moments, but there's been a number of times as a header through, tried to look up ahead, still bouncing just outside the edge of the 18, played further along now. Near side. We'll look back for a cross inside, and it's cleared out of harm's way that time by Anthony Palmer. But Mahtomedi, very aggressive on the ball. When it's worked and it's been clean, it's done well for them in creating chances. But there's been a few times tonight where they've just been a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, and there's definitely a fine line, and in soccer, the line kind of gets a little bit blurry about what's aggressive and what's too aggressive. But I personally love to see it. I love when soccer is played a little bit more aggressively. It definitely usually does end up working out if you can play it correctly.
Ball thrown in here from De La Torres. Near side, they try to create the play back the other way, and they'll battle for it there. Forced off the ball, out of bounds. It'll be another throw coming here from Mahtomedi. David Ascona looking in that time. Goes off the head of one of the Warriors, looking for Charlie Drage. It's taken away now, and a great play that time by Kyle Schmidt. Kyle Schmidt working inside the 6, and a good sprawling save made by the goaltender Micah Dove as he'll hold on.
That's a great save by the goaltender. Cut off any opportunities that there would have for a back post tap-in.
Clearance out of the way by Dove. Can be pushed up ahead. They'll look for Kyle Schmidt, but defended in an excellent manner by Brandon Morris, as it will go out of bounds far side before being cleared back into the defending half for Mahtomedi. Ooh, off the foot that time of Morrison, and that's going to be a corner kick, and an unforced error forces the Zephyrs to play defense.
Yeah, he's going to definitely want that mistake back. Thank God that it was a little bit wide. Otherwise, I'm sure that would have been a very costly mistake. Corner
on the near side. It will be coming off the foot of Nick Ellison. This will be the third kick on the corners. And a line drive looking back to the edge of the 18, held in here by William Schmidt, an 8th grader playing for the varsity Sibley Warrior crowd. As the ball goes back into the 6. Oh, they're doing a great job to try to clear that out. Now they're finally able to do so, as it goes off the foot that time of Kyle Schmidt back the other way. No relation, I'm sure. And the Zephyrs will have to go back and play on the aggressive as the ball's on the Henry Sibley back line. Working his way back through to center. Nice little spin move there. Takes the ball away, and they can reset again. Brendan Morris. It's back for Nick Ellison. Cross pitch pass, looking further, but intercepted. And And then back through in the middle. He played again here. As he try to keep play moving. Cutting back there. Lukieyik trying to work his way back through the middle, but defended well again by the Henry Sibley Warriors. Through ball. Trying to touch pass. Excellent slide tackle. Far side that time by Colin Renner. As the ball out of bounds, will be a substitution here for both sides. Substitutions for Mahtomedi as Pertumwam, Peterson, and Brunner re-enter the game for the blue and white here tonight. Normally a touch of yellow in there too in Mahtomedi uniforms, but none such on the soccer side of things.
Warrior substitution, number 19.
And substitution back the other way for Henry Sibley is number 19. Antonio Olivares Zuniga has re-entered the game. They'll try to create a chance back in front. Here's Schmidt playing a touch pass off of Peterson, as Peterson has to go off of his leg out of bounds, and it will be a Warrior throw. Headed that time again by Schmidt. As they'll try to get to it, headed back near the corner post out of bounds. It'll be a Mahtomedi throw. Peterson will drop it. He'll defer for Michael Williams. As Williams, as close to the corner flag as you can be without it being a corner, will make the throw into the 6, looking for the header, but the glove that time of Dove, able to get it, but not enough. Ooh, they're looking for a handball, perhaps? And we're gonna get a penalty kick here for the Zephyrs.
Wow. Yeah, at first I thought that hand that came up might have been the goalie's hands, but it must have been the defenseman's hands.
Well, we'll get a chance at it here as you see the official making the call, clearing the area for a penalty shot. Right in there. It looked like it was the goaltender's hand, but there must have been one right about there.
Yep. That
the penalty kick has been awarded, and this is the guy, if you're Mahtomedi, who you want to have taking it. It'll be Nolan Pertumwam to take it already with a goal tonight at the 22nd minute. So Pertumwam versus Dove here on the penalty kick. Pertumwam right for the kick. Great save by Micah Dove. He guessed, and he guessed right, and he keeps this a one-goal game.
Wow, that was an absolutely incredible save by the goaltender there. You know, we see number 9 line up for Mahtomedi. You know that's going to be a tough matchup, considering he already has now 9 goals of the season. But you know, Mike Dove was up to the contest.
Quickly as they try to get back in, the Zephyrs able to force a corner kick here. Instead, they'll play it shallow, looking for a header back into the box. It's cleared out by the Warriors, as they'll again tie up. Looking for some sort of a chance here inside the 6. They try to work in, and this should be another corner coming up here for Mahtomedi. As this will be the 3rd attempt on the corner kick for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. You know it will be a goal kick as they will clear out. But the story of that chance for Mahtomedi does not come on the back of a Zephyr. It comes on Micah Dove, whose diving save on the penalty kick is able to keep this one at a 1-0 lead. As the ball goes back onto the defensive side of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, where it can be played further. Chance now for Pertumwam, who's going to be hungry now after missing that chance. Through ball. They ruled him offside as the flag was up. And sure enough, that official's form on the near side, straight as a ruler. Excellent form by this near official.
Once again, you know, Henry Sibley doing a great job of drawing the Mahtomedi Zephyrs offsides. You know, like I said before, it's really easy to get sucked back. It's just kind of your natural thing that you want to do. To you know, stay pushed up, to stay disciplined, does take a lot of effort.
Long kick on here can be played by the 8th grader Schmidt for the Warriors. He's trying to work his way back in, but doesn't have the assistance, so Palmer can play it here. Back into the area. Again, you hear the frustration from the Mahtomedi supporters looking for some better run of play. They might get it here on a chance from a sharp angle. Through ball out in front. Oh, good challenge that time by Micah Dove as TJ Brunner fed it in front for Yassine Hussein, but no go on that chance for the Zephyrs.
Dove, once again, you know, making the big play, making the big save, definitely keeping Henry Sibley in this game right now. You know, this game could easily be 3-0 if it wasn't for him, and so if I was Henry Sibley, I'd turn back and look at my goalie and thank him today.
Corner kick again as they choose to go shallow, looking for Pertumwam, unable to loose that ball from the defense of the Warriors. Held in here again by Mahtomedi as they'll try to go back here. They'll roll it out of bounds. It will be a goal kick coming here for Henry Sibley. 35th minute of play, 1-0. The Zephyrs lead. Pertumwam with a goal at the 22nd minute, and then a penalty kick. That was an excellent save by Dove at the 31st minute, as we'll have substitutions here coming back for Henry Sibley. Re-entering the game, number 12, Cesar Godinez, and at number 5, Samuel Melgar, re-entering the game for Henry Sibley. As a goal kick will be taken by the Warriors, as we see so often now, deferred to the defender Hoffman. Header. Further. And again, back into the attacking half for Mahtomedi. Near side, Melgar. Melgar, who defended well. Excellent recovery. Made that time by Zuniga. As the ball will be here on the near side. They try to look for Zuniga. Zuniga, ooh, excellent toe work that time. Sends the ball through, looking for a way to get around the defense of Palmer. But a good recovery there by Leo De La Torre. As the ball can be started back the other way here for Mahtomedi. Slowing up now, Brunner, through ball, looking for Peterson. Peterson defended well, and an excellent job that time for Thomas Hoffman as the ball goes out of bounds, but it will force another corner here for Mahtomedi.
Yeah, Mahtomedi once again, you know, it looked like they were almost going to be drawn offsides again, but that time, he stopped, took a look back, saw where the defenseman was, slowed up a little bit, so he wasn't going to get called offsides.
The whistle will blow, and the cart will make another appearance on the near side, but one player down for Henry Sibley back on the Mahtomedi attacking side. As we'll take a moment to collect our thoughts as the athletic trainer for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, the longtime athletic trainer for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, Karen T.K. Carlson, will come out to take a look at the player. And it is the player who went down earlier, Antonio Olivares Zuniga, who re-entered the game and appears to be favoring one leg over the other. And so he'll be carted off to the Mahtomedi Zephyr, or for the Henry Sibley sideline. You know, Allison, if one change could happen in the post-COVID-19 era when we get there, I wouldn't mind seeing the card a little more.
Yeah, I mean, definitely as a player, it's definitely convenient to try to hobble off the field or have your teammates carry you off, you know, and potentially even injure yourself more.
And I'm sure the athletic trainers do not mind having to take or avoid taking the extra steps either. So on the corner, the fourth of the game, again they choose to play shallow. Working back inside. Brunner from a sharp angle goes off of the 8th grader William Schmidt. It goes out of bounds, and this will be another corner. Yes, it will be another corner. It'll be the 5th of the half here for Mahtomedi, 37th minute of play. They'll go shallow again. Hussein getting here for Pertumwam. Pertumwam feeds Hussein near wing. Cutting back, trying a cross out in front, looking for the header, goes out of play, and it can be gotten to here by Dove, who looks to start the rush.
Yeah, it's interesting how Mahtomedi keeps, kind of looking for that shallow pass, but it seems to kind of work for them. They do seem to get some chances off of it. They must have some type of set play where they're going to have a few set passes that they're going to do before, throwing it in the mixer, as my old soccer coach used to call it.
Allison, having played for St. Cloud Cathedral in high school. Ooh, across in front, and again, Micah Dove able to get a nice hand on it. Ball going back onto the far side, intercepted with skill. As we'll take it back the other way. Slide tackle, not strong enough to force the ball away, but Schmidt can take it again here for the Warriors. Pushing back here, headed by Palmer. Into the middle of the pitch. Can be played further again, as it'll be Hoffman who will keep that ball alive. Spinning back now. Schmidt doing an excellent job outworking a man twice his age, or twice his size rather, as they'll slow the Zephyr attack. De La Torre high into the air. Hussein all the way back, he'll reset the attack. Pertumwam, so try to get it further in there. Comes back here near side. De La Torre looking again. Near side, edge of the 16 for Brunner. They try to send it in front, but unable to quite get that home as Hussein was looking for the header and the redirection, but unable to get it for Mahtomedi.
Mahtomedi has definitely had a lot more control the last, probably I'd say, 10 to 15 minutes of this half. They've had a lot of good chances, a lot of pressure put on the goalie, and, you know, he's come up big. Like I said before, this game could easily be 3-4-0 right now, but he's really kept Henry Sibley in this game.
Ball out of bounds. It'll be another throw coming from Mahtomedi. You know, they have chosen to go shorter more frequently off the corners, and especially on these throw-ins here too. What advantage does that provide them when they choose to go short instead of long?
You have a little bit more control over the play there. It allows you to kind of slow it down and play your game.
Header into the box, they score! Patumwam, he's got a second. 2-0 Zephyrs.
Wow. That is definitely a kid that you need to watch out for if you're Henry Sibley. He definitely redeemed himself on that PK, but now he's got 10 goals on the season, which is just absolutely insane.
And for such a tendency breaker too, after going short, to go back middle. Again, you see that header. Great job that time for the young man, Nolan Patumwam, the senior for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. He's got 2 tonight. That's 10 on the year in the 22nd and 39th minute for Mahtomedi. You see there the supporters have spaced out a little bit more. We like to see that. As again here with just about a minute to go here in this first half of play, Mahtomedi Zephyrs 2, Henry Sibley Warriors 0, as they'll tie up again on that far sideline. Another through ball attempt that goes off of a couple of players near the Henry Sibley bench, and it can be another throw here for Henry Sibley. We see the cart on the far sideline shuttling away, so it appears as though Antonio Olivares Zuniga must be okay, and not anything serious there. Palmer looking to spin it back, middle of the pitch for Yick. They'll try to go a through ball again, and these through balls have been the attempts that they've been trying to make in order to get through this back line here, as Dove sends it right onto a Zephyr. He'll go back into the 18 to be able to play it with the glove as it was redirected. But these through balls have really started to create some great chances here for Mahtomedi.
Yeah, definitely. They're definitely starting to see some cracks in the Henry Sibley defense. You know, if you keep pushing away at it, keep to your strategy, eventually it's going to work.
Last chance perhaps for the Warriors, but they'll have to cut back onto the far side. Spin it in front here for Schmidt as he'll try to work his way into a small area. 10 seconds remaining, back into the 18. The goaltender will come out to play it, as that's Jack Morrison. He'll hold on as the count to 0 has been reached. And after a very eventful first half, Mahtomedi leading 2-0 over the Henry Sibley Warriors. And the message for Mahtomedi, much the same in the girls' game. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're dominating the pace of play.
Yeah, definitely the last 15 minutes of that half, I'd say Mahtomedi had the better of chances and dominated more. You know, keep that pace up, keep being aggressive, and keep doing what you're doing.
On the other side of things, it's been the Micah Dove show for the Henry Sibley Warriors, as when you look at how the goaltending position has played so far for both Henry Sibley teams, it's been the goaltenders that have really kept their teams in these contests.
Yeah, Henry Sibley, you know, much like the girls' game again, you look at that half, you go, okay, you know what? We're only down 2-0. Our goalie has saved our butts a little bit, and we should probably thank him. But now let's return the favor for him and get some goals to the next half.
Some situational statistics before we head off to break here. This year, when leading at the half, Mahtomedi perfect 3-0-0, and for the Henry Sibley Warriors, when trailing at the half, 0-2-2. For Tumwan at the 22nd and 39th minute, both teams are combined 0 for 8 on the corner kicks. We have a few messages for you. We'll be back in just a few moments. This is your home for Mahtomedi Soccer.
Today, as airports, stores, and streets sit empty, it's easy to feel grounded, to feel distant. But at Miracle Flights, we've been providing the cure for distance since 1985. And we've learned something from the thousands we've helped along the way. We've learned that people are resilient, that families are strong, that setbacks today become triumphs tomorrow. We've learned that we rise by lifting others, and that love conquers distance every time. Hang in there. We'll soar again soon.
At a time when kids may be confused by an invisible villain, there's an elite group helping them understand and be safe. They're fighting what's out there by staying in here. They are the Stay Heroes. Meet the Great Hygiene, expert at washing hands and disinfecting surfaces and objects. Dr. Distancio is a master of physical distancing and virtual playdates. And General Fields uncovers emotions and harnesses positivity. Your kids can become Stay Heroes too. Learn how at stayheroes.org.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school.
Jessica has been through a lot in her life from early childhood.
My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She came in looking to complete her diploma. She had a family she had to take care of. Anytime she needed help, we provided her help. She realized that we were here for her.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
My graduation, it was something I will never forget. I couldn't explain the emotion I was feeling because people like you and me sometimes may have doubts in yourself, but I feel that everything's possible.
Jessica's future is brighter than ever.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September. I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs. And that's still not enough to put food on the table. I am a 16-year-old boy who just got my first job to help feed my little sisters. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew they were hungry.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Halftime here in the second of our doubleheader tonight, with the Mahtomedi Zephyrs leading, as they did in the girls contest, 2-0 over the Henry Sibley Warriors. Alongside Allison Vogt, I'm Alex Westad. 2-0 to score, and pacing the offense like we predicted for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. It's been Nolan Pertumwam with a pair of goals tonight. As we see here, the first goal, an excellent individual effort as Pertumwam cuts it back, able to work his way in the right-footed kick off the hands of the goaltender Micah Dove and into the net for the first goal. You see there the argument there. Then his second, a little bit of chaos, headed right into the box, and then Pertumwam nose for the ball, able to head it off the gloves that time of Micah Dove, past the goaltender for the Warriors, and into the back of the net. 2 goals on the night for the senior, and that's how we have gotten to a 2-0 lead. And for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, they seem to have cracked the code on this Henry Sibley defense.
Yeah, they're definitely getting behind them a little bit more. They're creating a lot more chaos in front of the net, and that seems to be working for them.
On the other side, for the Henry Sibley Warriors, we see a lot of players with a 12 or an 11 by their name, so a lot of experience on this roster, but we also see some younger players. Middle schooler number 3, William Schmidt, who's played well on the offensive side, but also extremely well defensively, covering his teammates back in the defensive end for the Warriors as well.
Yeah, you can tell that kid has some natural talent. As only an 8th grader, you're already playing varsity minutes. As that kid gets older, he's going to be a force to reckon with, and the other teams are going to have to watch out for.
As we take a look at the schedule here for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, that's the boys' schedule that you see in front of you. Again, they close on Thursday at Hill Murray in what should be an 8-9 matchup in the state Class A rankings. So an excellent matchup that you see there. Again, 2 contests you see there postponed between North St. Paul and Tartan. Both of those games postponed. And that's going to be their schedule unless they decide to reschedule the North St. Paul and Tartan games, which we have heard nothing about as of this time. Meanwhile, for the Henry Sibley Warriors, this is their final contest of the regular season. They entered this one with a record of 3-2-1. If these results hold, they will be 3-2-2 at night's end. Again, winless, although it does look like I misread that schedule. It looks like they have one more contest on the 26th against North St. Paul, but they are winless since the September the 3rd. A 2-0 victory over the Tartan Titans in that one. So as the regular season and the schedule winds down, we'll start to look again towards postseason play. We're not really sure what that's going to look like yet, as each conference has its own different look. But as Allison, let's pretend that you're a senior in high school for a minute. A scary thought, I know. But let's pretend that you are a senior. How does knowing that this year's postseason is going to be radically different, how does that affect you as a player?
I mean, obviously there's some disappointment there if you don't have a chance to play for state, but at the same time, it is still your senior year, and I would have played my heart out. Just eat up every single moment that you have left as a senior. It is hard when your season comes in end of the season. There's a lot of emotion there, so I don't think it's going to affect these boys playing hard at all.
We do want to thank Activities Director Aaron Forsyth for asking us if we need light in here again. We're always impressed by the hospitality when we come here to George Smith Field, home of the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. 2-0 the score at the half. We'll be back for the start of the second half in just a few moments. This is your home for Mahtomedi Soccer.
Chiru has no choice. She and millions like her must walk miles every day for dirty water. But together, we can end their walk by providing clean water close by. Instead of spending hours walking to get water that makes them sick, girls can be in a classroom that expands their minds, and moms will gain back time to care for their families. Sons and daughters can grow up strong, finally free of sicknesses caused by dirty water. At World Vision, care about clean water runs deep. Deep enough to reach one new person with clean water every 10 seconds. Because every child, every person, everywhere deserves clean water and the chance to rise to their full potential. It's true. When you just add water, you change a life. Learn more at worldvision.org.
Every empty seat at a concert, game, or special event is a missed opportunity to say thank you to America's heroes. Donate your extra tickets to VetTix. Give something to those who gave. Go to vettix.org.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel you attract people who tend to be compulsive or abusive?
Do you have money problems because of someone else's drinking?
Are you afraid or embarrassed to bring your friends home?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
More than half of all adults have a family history of alcoholism.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too. Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Start of the second half here, George Smith Field, Mahtomedi High School. Mahtomedi 2, Henry Sibley 0, 2 goals for Nolan Pertumwam, one at the 22nd minute and the other at the 39th minute. I mentioned earlier in the first half that the name for Henry Sibley High School played in a little bit to the location of the school itself. Certainly Henry Sibley being the first governor of the state of Minnesota, an excellent reason to name a high school after an individual. However, there's tie into the location as well, as Henry Sibley, who started as a clerk in Sault Ste. Marie for a fur trading post, eventually became the head of a post in what was called St. Peters, Minnesota, now called Mendota. A short 4 miles away from where that fur post was is now Henry Sibley High School. So that's why the Warriors are named under the guise of that of the first governor of the state of Minnesota, or at least that's what I'm led to believe based on my research. Second
Always
half here.
the history teacher here for Mr. Westad.
Second half here of play. Zephyrs will move right to left across your television screen. That is an odd play, and they score. Oh my goodness. A goal off the opening whistle, 3-0 Mahtomedi.
Wow. And Henry Sibley looks around there kind of dumbfounded about what just happened, but what a rocket.
I'm speechless.
I am too. That takes an incredible amount of leg strength there to be able to just rocket that straight into the net.
So before the second half is not even 10 seconds old, a goal off the dot gives the Mahtomedi Zephyrs a 3-0 lead. A lead that they'll look to try to add to here as Peterson pursuing the ball into the box. It will roll out of bounds. This will be a corner kick for Mahtomedi. They were 0 for 5 in the opening half here. And when we get a second, we've got to take a look at that goal again.
That has to be one of the quickest goals scored in Minnesota State High School League history for soccer. I'm not quite sure what the record is or what the exact official time is on that, but that has to be one of the fastest, if not the fastest.
Hussein's corner into the box was no good. A Warrior taken down again. So he's rolling around on the pitch, and he will have a whistle there as it'll slow up, and it'll be, again, we'll take a look at the goal right off the face-off dot. Wow. What an absolute strike. And you see there the Mahtomedi bench responding in kind. I believe it's TJ Brunner who took that kick.
And there's not much the goalie could do on that. I mean, that ball was perfectly placed underneath the crossbar. I mean, that's just an incredible goal all around. I have not seen that before.
The affected player, Samuel Melgar, is headed off to the pitch. Again, there's a reason why you broadcast and there's a reason why you spectate high school sports. And moments like that is certainly it, because that is something you're not going to see at a professional level. You won't even see at a collegiate level. What an excellent goal for the Zephyrs. Meanwhile, as play resumes, as the Warriors will try to battle from 3 down. Again, these two sides tied each other a year ago, 0-0 in Mendota Heights, before the Zephyrs have taken a 3-0 advantage here at home. Chance now here on the near side as the Warriors will look to spring things on the near side. Joseph Booth trying to cross in front, ball's out of bounds. It'll be a throw coming from Mahtomedi.
You have to wonder if they've tried that before too. That almost looked a little planned.
It's a throw coming here near side. Michael Williams goes off the foot there of TJ Brunner, who scored the last goal for Mahtomedi. Yassin Hussein here for Pertumwam with 2 goals of his own tonight. Back in front, Yick forced off the ball, whistle blows, and the cards might come out. No, it'll be a stoppage of time, and there's going to be conversation between a couple of the Warriors and the lead official tonight. as it's Brandon Morrison and Joseph Booth who are having a conversation. And play can resume here. 42nd minute. Ball crossing to the far side for Palmer. Pertumwa touched off his foot. We're playing back to it. It goes into the Sibley bench. It'll be a throw coming from Mahtomedi on that far sideline. 3-0 the score. If you're just back from the bathroom watching at home, you missed a goal right off the center dot. 10 seconds into the start of the second half. That has given the Zephyrs a 3-0 lead off the foot of TJ Brunner. Ball back through the area. Can be gotten to here. And here's Brunner again trying to create a chance with numbers. Brunner for Peterson into the box. Oh, and a great save once again by the goaltender, Micah Dove.
Micah Dove once again up to the challenge as he is, as the Zephyrs challenge him on that one. You know, once again, Henry Sibley needs to look back at their goalie and thank him.
Into the attacking half with some speed now. Brendan Morris. Morris across in front, looking for the redirection. Oh, and just not enough of a foot on that one as Jack Morrison able to drop to the ground and make the save.
That's the first shot I think Jack Morrison has seen in a long time. You know, at the end of that second half there, the Zephyrs were really controlling all of the play, and he hadn't been tested too much.
Ball back onto the attacking half for Mahtomedi as they'll look to replay again here. Kyle Schmidt working here near side. Joey Heinch. Heinch for Hussein. Hussein trying to spring Heinch on the far side. He's able to stay on side. He'll get to that ball. Heinch with a cross that goes out of bounds, and it looks as though it's going to be close. I think they have a corner coming up here.
Nope.
No, it will be a throw. They'll keep it inside here. Pertumwa. Pertumwa for Heinch. It's defended well here by Henry Sibley. A little bit of a turnover there. The ball will go back out of bounds. Another throw coming from Mahtomedi. If you're not familiar with the Mahtomedi High School press box, there is currently a post. It's about 16, 17 inches wide that blocks much of the view of that left corner there. So it can be a little tricky to see at times. So we apologize if we guess and we guess wrong. Ball back on the far side. They'll try to cross out in front as they were looking to redirect that time for Owen Langfeld. Langfeld able to get to it, forced off the ball. Nice defensive play there by Leo De La Torre. The ball out of bounds. Throw coming here for Henry Sibley. Looking there for Schmidt. Talked about him at halftime, but the 8th grader playing excellently with the juniors and seniors on this Henry Sibley roster. And now a through ball back the other way for Peterson. Peterson as Dove will make a sliding save to challenge and a very quickly oncoming shooter.
Another good save there by Dove, coming out to challenge the Mahtomedi player and just picking up that ball.
Goes off of the foot that time of a Warrior. Bouncing back freely into an area before Sibley is able to spin back the other way. Godinez pushed back defensively. He played again here by Joseph Booth. Intercepted nicely by Hussein. Perfectly in position right where he needed to be. Joey Heinch out of bounds. The flag will be up in favor of the Zephyrs, and the whistle will blow there. A little bit of an extra whistle there. And it will be all the way back as the Zephyrs threw the ball too quickly. Pertumwa intercepts, or rather has it go right to his foot. Palmer, right side, looking for Schmidt. Forced off the ball, where they can head it further along now, and Schmidt continues to force the play. Whistle blows, and there'll be a throw coming on the far side for the Warriors. Far side throw coming for Henry Sibley here. Again, this their final contest of the regular season before they will play the final road contest rather, the regular season. They'll play North St. Paul coming up on the 26th. That'll end their regular season. And a nice sprawling stop made that time by Jack Morrison as he's able to get to that ball, trying to force the play back the other way for Mahtomedi. 47th minute of play, 33-33 remaining in half number 2. 3-0 Mahtomedi leads. Pertumwa, and I believe I didn't quite get a clear look at the number, but it'll be TJ Brunner who will get credit for the 3rd Mahtomedi goal. Throw here. Can be played for, fought for again. Hussein trying to work through it. around the defense, but it's taken away now by Henry Sibley as they'll look to start back the other way. Nice little shoveled pass, not cleanly on that second one though, as it will come back the other way. Back into the 18, back through to center before the Warriors are able to play it up again, high into the air. Defended well by Mahtomedi. Onto the far sideline, it can be taken by Leo De La Torre before it rolls out of bounds. It'll be a Zephyr throw. And Leo De La Torre, the sophomore, to throw. Far sideline, off of a couple of feet. Before it comes back onto the Warrior attacking half. Can be taken here now by Omar Polito Valderrama back into the defensive half for Sibley as it will go bouncing, held in nicely there by TJ Brunner for Peterson. Peterson taken down on the edge of the box. And that'll be a free kick. I don't believe it'll be a penalty, but it'll be a free kick for Mahtomedi.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That was right on the edge of the box there. But I think the ref might have gotten the call right. Yep, just on the edge.
So a free kick coming for Mahtomedi just on the outside edge. Patumam close, as well as Yassin Hussein, the junior. Hussein's free kick, ooh, with a little bit of a curvature on it, but able to get to that is Micah Dove, and he'll make the save.
Another good save there by Dove, to get the ball out of trouble there.
Midfield. Heinz able to play it. Can be gotten to again here by Hussein, but with the knee unable to cleanly field it. Back all the way to get to it first for the Zephyrs as De La Torre pushes it out of bounds and gives the defense a chance to regain possession. Warriors trying to work back into the attacking half here. Schmidt with the intended ball, but De La Torre able to field it further. Chance now for the Zephyrs as they'll get back to it. Yick back for Heinz near side. Off the foot that time of Peterson. As Peterson will work back along the near side, looking to get a cross in there. He'll be able to cross it now way far side, looking for Yick, who's wide open on that far side, as that's Kyle Schmidt rather. Schmidt trying to work around the defense at time of Ellison. Schmidt taken down, also on the outside, but they'll rule a goal kick anyway. I believe the play may have been offside or the ball just rolled out of bounds. 50th minute of play. 3-0 Mahtomedi leads. Couple of warm-ups and substitutes moving here on the Mahtomedi near side, as it'll be Hoffman to take the goal kick for the Warriors. Far side, Schmidt for Mahtomedi. He's trying to work around the defense of Schmidt for Henry Sibley. He's able to do so. Some nice dribbling in between his feet, and he'll race back to get through it for Mahtomedi. He looked as though he was taken down, but the Warriors are able to hold possession. Through ball can be gotten to here first by Jack Morrison for Mahtomedi, right on the edge of the 18, and now he'll field it further up ahead for Heinz here on the near side. Heinz for Hussein. Little touch pass there, looking further that time for Brunner as Heinz again. Touch play for Peterson on the edge of the 18. Peterson working in. Ooh, good save that time again by Dove as he tried to go for the short post and the short angle, but Dove able to make the save.
Zephyrs were extremely efficient there, getting the ball up the field. I mean, it was just pass, go, pass, go, pass, go. A lot of give and goes there. It was a really clean-looking play.
Conversation again as the goaltender Dove is trying to move the ball up further. He's grabbing his shoulder a little bit there. You certainly hope that that's not going to be a concern for the young man for the rest of the game tonight. We'll have a whistle as the ball went out of bounds. Substitutions here near side for Mahtomedi as Carl Laurie will come in and replace Luki Yick for the Zephyrs. Laurie making a return to the field as it will be a drop ball. Thought, anyway. No, it's just a switching ball. So they'll use a new ball on the far side. It'll be a Mahtomedi throw. Ball headed here. Can be taken on that far sideline. So force it out of bounds. It'll be another throw, this time for Henry Sibley. And very much to the counterpart in the first game, where the girls team made a strong response in the second half. We've kind of seen that after that that face-off goal, so to speak. We've kind of seen that out of Henry Sibley so far here in the second half. But a chance back the other way into the box. Ooh, a nice little play to elevate that ball. Peterson trying to get to it for the Zephyrs, but he's defended well by 3 men. Trying to get around there. Peterson created some space into the 6, hits the side of the net.
Yeah, I think the Zephyrs actually have not taken their foot off the gas at all and have actually controlled a lot of the play in this half. It almost seemed like that goal right off the kick took some wind out of the Henry Sibley sails. I mean, that is pretty demoralizing as a team, but you got to learn to kind of pick yourself up and brush it off and move on.
Senior number 5, Joe Palmer, comes into the game for the first time tonight. He'll replace Kyle Schmidt on that far side wing. Hoffman's goal kick here for Henry Sibley. Goes back into the defending half for the Warriors. Taken again here. Hussein for Peterson near wing. Peterson, nice little side pass for Hussein as they'll work right along the sideline there. There's going to be a whistle there and a goal kick is called. Zephyr fans wanting a whistle and a little bit of a shove there on Hussein. They won't get one. As again, you see there the official going to have a conversation with both Peterson and Hussein on the near side. But it'll be a goal kick for Hoffman for the Warriors as he aggressively keeps the ball in play. Here with the 54th minute of play, 3-0, Mahtomedi leading. 2 goals by Pertumwam in the first half, and then the goal by Brunner right off the face-off. Or the opening kick, I suppose I should say. We're not quite at the hockey rink just yet. Far side, working their way back into the 8, and force off the ball there. As the ball will go out of bounds, it'll be a goal kick here for Mahtomedi.
Seems like Henry Sibley's kind of turned up the heat a little bit. They're playing a little bit more aggressively the last few minutes.
David Ascona coming into the game for Mahtomedi. He'll replace Ethan Peterson. 4 changes on the Henry Sibley sideline for the white and red. It'll be a goal kick here for Jack Morrison. Again, the seniors will be honored following the conclusion of the contest tonight. The seniors for the Mahtomedi boys team: Jack Morrison, Anthony Palmer, Joe Palmer, David Ascona, Nolan Pertumwam, Ethan Peterson, TJ Brunner, Riley Einen, and Carl Laurie has a chance back the other way for the Zephyrs, working back his way into the box. Brunner, great save again by Dove. And it looks like both players are a little slow to get up after that one.
I'm not quite sure if Dove took that off the head. That was a pretty hard kick, so we will see what happens. Looks like he might be going off the field.
As you see Micah Dove heading off to the Henry Sibley bench. There'll be a change in net. Again, we take a look at this chance. Again, a really good chance. Ooh, right off the side of the head.
Yep, and that will definitely shake you up. Probably going to go get tested for concussion. Let's hope that's not what the case is for him.
So the goaltender entering the game now is wearing a number 1, and the number 1 on the roster is Micah Dove. And the green jersey on the other side, the other goaltender is a shot through, doesn't hit the target, and it'll be a goal kick upcoming. The other goaltender for Sibley did not have a number on his jersey. And so the only one that has number 1 is that of Micah Dove, which you see in front of you. We've seen this a couple of times this year where for the goaltender, the number on the roster doesn't necessarily match the number on the player's jersey. And so this very well could be Micah Dove. It could also very well be Jack Heidelberg. We're not quite sure, but we'll go with the number that's on the roster, and that will be Micah Dove again here. So extra time for Micah Dove. Zephyrs here once again maintaining play in the attacking half as a look to test a goaltender who's coming in with relative cold. Again, Allison, as a former goaltender for high school soccer, when you have to come into a game in such a short situation without time to warm up, what's your mindset as a goaltender?
Well, to be honest, I was usually on the field and was a backup goalie for our JV team, so I usually came in warm anyways. So I can't tell you.
Throw on the far side here for Mahtomedi. They'll work it back in. As again, they'll work in, cross in front. Save made there that time by Micah Dove or Jack Heidelberg. As the ball goes all the way back now into the Mahtomedi defensive side. As trying to get to it first for the Warriors was Brandon Morris. He'll be here near side for Diego Urania. All the way back center of the field off of Hoffman. Can be played further along. An excellent play at that time from Nick Ellison. Will maintain possession on the far sideline. Ellison spun back in front for Godinez. Godinez works back near side. Can gotten to further again here for Colin Renner. Renner right on the out of bounds line. Great job of holding it there. Jesus Garcia working back far near side for Renner, who tries a cross, but then just missed the net wide behind it. And it'll be a goal kick upcoming for Mahtomedi. Again, a great run into the box and the outside of it for Renner, but just missed that net wide to the right from such a sharp angle. Morrison's goal kick almost hit the lead official. Headed that time with some skill by Michael Williams. The whistle will blow. It'll be advantage in favor of the Zephyrs. The ball can be fielded back at their own back line by Joey Heinz. Play will continue. Substitutions waiting on the Mahtomedi sideline. We'll get to those folks in a moment. As Heinz off the free kick. It's a line drive from pretty far out. Goes back into the 18. Dove able to make the save, or again, Jack Heidelberg if you'd prefer. Again, we'll just roll with Dove the rest of the way. How about that? Far side, headed. Nice play that time by Palmer. As the ball will go all the way back into the defensive end for Mahtomedi. Heinz able to do his job of holding it in here. Have to be gotten to that time by Morrison, avoiding pressure. That time off the foot of Brandon Morris. Warriors able to hold the attacking zone. Onto the far side, Giovanni Cortina Romero. As the ball will go all the way back onto the Warriors side of the field. Near sideline hold. Cutting back, but excellent defense here again by the Zephyrs. Also try to work around. Off the foot on the far sideline of Joe Palmer. It'll be a throw here for Henry Sibley. High into the air. Once again out of bounds. Another throw coming here for the Warriors. 59th minute of play. 3-0 the score. Mahtomedi leading. Battle for. We're going to have a whistle. A little bit of a tie-up extra. Conversation clock will be stopped, and there is a yellow card, the first one of this game, as this one will be issued to Colin Renner. Or not Colin Renner, excuse me, number 22, Jonathan Stammen. One of the most recent substitutes for Henry Sibley as we have the first booking of this game.
Yeah, it seems to be a fairly easy call. There's some retaliation going on at that point. You know, the ref's not going to really take any of that, and will issue yellow cards. No problem.
So Stammen the yellow card for the Warriors. First booking of this game. As the Warriors look to reestablish some pressure, but the Zephyrs are going to try to do everything they can to take away that, and the Warriors with a good defensive play that time to force that ball out of play. Pushed back to the defensive back line for Palmer. Comes your near side for Heinz. A little bit of elevation on that one. Headed. So fight for it just inside the 18. Brunner with a sharp angle shot. Great save that time by Micah Dove as he will force it out of bounds, and it'll be the third corner kick of this half. 8th of the game upcoming now for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs.
That was a great save. You know, it was kind of a almost a 1-on-0 situation there, and he was up for the challenge.
On the corner. They'll go shallow, looking again for Yick. Yick defended well. Again, the Zephyr fans looking for a handball. They won't get it here. Headed out of harm's way that time by Hoffman. Back into the 18. Heinz with a spinning shot. Goes out of bounds. It'll be another corner for the Zephyrs.
Zephyrs are doing a really good job of creating chances off these corner kicks, and it seems like they're getting corners kicks in bunches. So, you know, when they have one, it seems like they actually end up having 2 or 3, which is why they've had so many so far in this game.
The right-footed kick from Ascona. Looking for the back post, headed by Heinz out of bounds without a chance on goal that time. and we'll have play move the other way here for Henry Sibley. Again, our next contest that we will be broadcasting will come to you from White Bear Stadium next Tuesday. It's the Bears and the Ponies in girls soccer, that game at 7 p.m. Again, you can find it on Channel 19 HD 801, or you can search for Suburban Community Channels on Facebook. Back into the game for Mahtomedi, Ethan Peterson returns, as well as Kyle Schmidt from their brief reprieve. A couple of Sibley substitutions on that far side as well. And one of the parts that we have to deal with now for COVID-19 is the Zephyrs have chosen to have teams on opposite ends of the field so as to limit exposure, both with the fans too on both sides. Normally sidelines open for both sides, but the Zephyrs have chosen to split theirs up, as have most of every other team that we've been at so far. Ball in the middle of the pitch. Yick again for Mahtomedi. Great awareness to pull that ball back. Yick going back to his back line for Palmer. Palmer trying to avoid the pressure that time of Jesus Garcia, as the Warriors will have to rush back to play defense. Through ball off the foot that time of Schmidt. And they'll try to go on the far side. Flag is up on that far side, and the ball will go back the other way for the Warriors.
It seems like Mahtomedi is trusting their forwards to use their speed and get to those 50-50 balls as their midfield or their defensemen are pushing it up, and it has been working for them.
Off the throw, intercepted by the Zephyrs. Ascona trying to work it back in for Peterson, but the ball will come back outside the edge of the box briefly. Peterson will try to get to it in a tie with Nick Ellison as the ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a Warrior throw on that far side. We'll have a whistle and something behind the play, as it looks as though the lead official is speaking with the Henry Sibley coach on the far sideline. And you see that part of that, well, one half of that conversation in there as the conversation continues with head coach Terry Dowd of the Henry Sibley Warriors. Again, as that conversation continues, clock is stopped, 17:51. It appears as though it's almost, you saw him wave off what looked like some fans on that far side. Now that conversation continues again with the lead official. Again, Terry Dowd, head coach. Yep, and now he's going over and having that conversation again with one of the folks on the far sideline. Still continues. As again, you see there the head coach having a conversation with the parent. Nothing too uncommon in high school sports now, but we saw the official blow play because of it. And so what we'll have is we'll have a throw for Henry Sibley deep in their own end of the field, as it'll be Nick Ellison to make that play.
I think she's been kicked out.
Parent has been asked to leave the premises tonight, and again, kudos for Terry Dowd for ensuring that departure. And it's often a thankless task being an official, not magnified even more so by the passion that fans and parents and students have for the sports that they play. So if ever you see an official for a high school sport, tell them thank you. They certainly deserve that. Another throw coming on the far sideline. It can be thrown in again here by Ellison. As you see there jumping up and down, Diego Urania looking for the ball. As they'll continue to play on the far sideline. Ball intercepted here by Mahtomedi. Working his way back in. Yick trying to get it further that time. Ascona looking to get around here, and a chance for Palmer, and the save made by Micah Dove. He'll hold on.
Another good chance there from Mahtomedi, but Micah Dove was up to the task again to stonewall them. As we've talked about before, that this game could easily be well, right now probably a 5-0 game if it wasn't for Micah Dove and the previous goaltender for their efforts tonight.
Jack Heidelberg, we believe, got the start for Henry Sibley. He was not wearing a number on his jersey, but the only number that's available is that of the 1 on Micah Dove, so that's why we believe Heidelberg now got the start, and Dove is now in relief after Heidelberg took a shot to the head off of the foot of one of the Zephyrs early in the second half here. And so that's the reason for the substitution. We apologize for the error for not being able to see a number on the back of that jersey for the goaltender. Ball goes back into the Sibley defensive half, defended out of bounds again. As we've seen the Warriors have to play that defensive strategy a number of times tonight. That'll give the chance for the Zephyrs to return back into their position. And there'll be another substitution here as Patumam will come back in, as will TJ Brunner and Yassine Hussein, as they will return into the field of play. Again, this Mahtomedi team has been able to roll their bench pretty well tonight, and it's allowed them to create some excellent chances on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely helps a lot because it gives your starters a chance to rest up and create even more chances because they are well rested.
Great play by Heinz to hold the ball in. Went through the legs but unable to finish. That would have been a beautiful chance there. And now a rush back the other way for the Warriors as they try to get onto the scoreboard. Forced off the ball that time. Hussein, the whistle will blow. Sportsmanship after the fact. I'd love to see that. An excellent job by Yassine Hussein. Conversation with the lead official as well, as the free kick will go in favor of the way of the Henry Sibley Warriors.
It's good to see that sportsmanship after tempers kind of seem to have risen during that yellow card call.
Ball will be headed, can go out of bounds. Morrison will watch it go, so this will be a goal kick upcoming here for Mahtomedi here at the 66th minute of play. Again, Mahtomedi will close out their regular season schedule against the Hill Murray Pioneers on a road fixture coming up on Thursday at Mary Queen of Victory Stadium. The girls will precede it, I believe, at 5 p.m. as those teams on the boys' side, an 8 and 9 matchup in the latest of the Class A rankings. So certainly lots of exciting soccer to abound here in the conclusion of the regular season, and then everything that will follow that in the conference tournaments soon thereafter. Playing up now from the back line as they'll work their way back on in. Will the Zephyrs now a chance for Hussein. A little through ball looking into the box, but didn't quite have anybody to go with it. And so as a result, the goaltender, that time Micah Dove, able to get to it. He'll hold on. It's Dove's right-footed kick, ton of power. Goes back into the attacking half here for Sibley. Goes off the head of Jack Larson as it goes temporarily back onto the defending half. Can be cleared here for Colin Renner off to that far sideline. Palmer high into the air. Allison will go back to get to it. Ball out of bounds. It'll be a Henry Sibley throw on the far sideline. Again, the big story of the day and story of the week. The Minnesota State High School League has reversed their decision from August, allowing for football and volleyball to be played. Practices to start next Monday. But then also in addition to that, contest for volleyball starting and football too the week of October the 5th. So a reversal of the decision that affects this fall sport here, but the soccer, but also will affect winter sports, as that football and volleyball delay might affect participation in hockey, basketball, and other winter activities. But the Zephyrs will continue to play on here as they look to improve to 4-1-0 on this regular season. And if the score holds, Henry Sibley will fall to 3-3-1 on the regular season. As will be a throw on the far sideline for Mahtomedi. They will work their way back and goes out of bounds, where it can be played, well, almost out of bounds anyway. Can be played here again by Mahtomedi as they'll go back into their own defensive half to reset. Chance here now for Mahtomedi. Hussein goes off of the foot that time of Tommy Shirk for the Warriors, as Shirk has to go back off of his foot again, as it was Van Nada trying to start a run back the other way. Chance now for Mahtomedi as Patumam working back into the box. Ooh, excellent defense. Oh, it must not have been a fun shot to block for Nick Ellison. Hussein working his way back in, shot wide to the left. And there'll be a goal kick upcoming here for Henry Sibley.
Once again, Mahtomedi is putting on a lot of pressure onto Henry Sibley here. It looks like Henry Sibley, yeah, they haven't had too much pushback on this half, and as we've talked about before, I don't know if that the goal off the kickoff was kind of deflated them, but you have to find a way to overcome those things.
You saw the substitute there for Henry Sibley. It's Ethan Russell making his first appearance for the white and red. Into the area. This ball will go back out of bounds, or out of harm's way, rather. Back into the center of the field. Patumwam looking to go onto the far side, looking for TJ Brunner. Brunner has to slow down and wait, trying a through ball for Peterson. Almost an own goal there. And Micah Dove has to recover and knock that one out of the way, forcing another corner for Mahtomedi.
And you see the player there going up to give his goalie a high five, kind of like, thanks, bud, you saved my butt on that.
Again, you saw here just a little bit of a spin. Ball back in front into the area. Can be gotten to again here by Henry Sibley. Still trying to work their way in. Defended well here. Colin Renner able to get to the ball for the Warriors. The Zephyrs now 0 for 10 on corner kicks so far today, but they'll take it with a 3-0 lead.
And that was another just great save there by Micah Dove. That easily could have been another goal for Mahtomedi. However, he was able to get a hand on it.
The ball will go back onto the attacking side for Henry Sibley and the Warriors here in the 70th minute of play. Will go out of bounds, and they will argue for a Warrior throw, and that's what we'll get here. Allison playing up. He will field it in further. Back on the far side off of Jonathan Stammen. As it works back into the 18. Warriors trying to get a shot on. Oh, right into the chest of Jack Morrison. Great save by that young man.
Yeah, that was a great save by him. Of course, he hasn't been tested too much in the second half there, so, it's good that he seems to still be kind of on top of his game.
Ooh, off the head that time of Ethan Peterson. Seen a couple of really dangerous chances there. Hussein working from a sharp angle outside edge of the 18. Try to press it out in front that time for Ethan Peterson before the Warriors are able to take it back the other way and make something of it here. Tommy Shirk centered back again for Stammen. Chance here again on a great stand-up tackle that time. Arena slowed just for a moment by Kyle Schmidt. Comes back here near side. As Shirk able to work around Heinz as we have a Warrior down right near us. Still waiting for a whistle or stoppage, but the Zephyrs will look to take advantage. And as Colin Renner back up, good chance that time for Mahtomedi, as Micah Dove has to come out and make the play again. Warriors will clear the ball back out through center. That time for Tommy Shirk. Whistle blows near side. It'll be a whistle in favor of Henry Sibley. And the play will continue. Diego Urania, a junior for the Henry Sibley Warriors. As everybody goes to line up on the outside edge of the 18, Urania's ball is high over the top of the crossbar, not the top of the football crossbar, and out of bounds. There'll be substitutions coming in here for Mahtomedi. Laurie returns, as does Joe Palmer. David Ascona does as well. And I believe there was one more on the far sideline who just was able to evade my gaze for just a moment. We've hit the 73rd minute of play. Ball can be headed further now. Patumwam still looking to complete the hat trick tonight. On the far side, headed further now, Patumwam. We'll push it back here for Anthony Palmer to make a play. Spun for Jack Morrison, who sends a line drive through the middle of the field. Can be played further here now by Stammen. In the air, excellent header from Thomas Hoffman. Stammen will be first to it for the Warriors. Off the head there. So look here for the outlet pass on the valve for David Ascona. Ascona has it go off of, not his foot, but the member of the opposition, Ethan Russell. It'll be a throw here from Mahtomedi. Laurie for Patumwam again. Patumwam loses the handle on it, can be taken again by Henry Sibley. Great tackle that time by Peterson. Peterson with a through ball, can be taken off the foot of Hoffman, as they'll redirect back into the attacking half for Mahtomedi. So they're unable to clean it, and a good slide to force that ball back into the neutral area before now they'll play up here with a chance back the other way. As the Warriors tried to spring something, as it was Alex von Bargen on the near side who tried to get the ball further up ahead for Ethan Russell, among other Warriors in the area, before Jack Morrison able to shuffle to his right and get over there and make that play. Hoffman lost it that time, as Kona was able to keep it further now for Peterson. Peterson pushed off the ball, but he's able to get it back on an excellent feed, working back in. Dove will make the save, and he will hold on. It's Dove's right-footed kick. High into the air. Palmer will play it with his head. Heinz got under it just a little bit. Went a little further that time for Riley Einen, as now they're going to the primarily senior again. You hear the whistles and the crowd clamoring for something. It looks like they'll get it, and they'll have a throw here for Mahtomedi on the foul.
That was a pretty easy call right there. Instead of even playing towards the ball, he just looked at the Zephyr player and just pushed him. Ref's going to see that all day.
We'll have a free kick here for Mahtomedi for Tumam. Play can resume, 75th minute, 76th rather. Pertuma, chance here now again for Nolan. Nolan Pertuma, great save by Love, and great clearance that time by Thomas Hoffman. High into the air, back onto the outside edge of the 18. Lowry again. Will try to push it back in front, but it's cleared all the way down the length of the pitch. With excellent leg, a rush to it here. It's Jack Larson trying to work around the Mahtomedi defense. As the Warriors playing for pride at this point. 76th minute of play, 30-0 Zephyrs lead. Headed as they'll fight for it. Off the foot. Tied up again. Still trying to work, but this time it'll go out of bounds. It'll be a Zephyr throw. Mahtomedi on the action, out of bounds. They'll play again next on Thursday, as both teams will be headed, the boys and the girls will be headed off to Maplewood to play against the Hill Murray Pioneers. That will end their regular season. Metro East playoff schedule will be released at a later date. We have reason to believe that we'll be broadcasting games on October the 1st and October the 6th for conference playoffs at that point. After that point, we don't quite know what our schedule for October is yet, especially with volleyball and football being re-added to the mix. We'll wait until the schedule comes out. We will let you know via our social media channels as far as where we will be and when we will be there. Another chance for Brunner, working on his way into the 18, right into the chest of Love, out of bounds. Another corner coming up for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty safe for Dove. All he had to do was just kind of stand there and let him shoot right into him.
Going over to take the corner, it'll be Ethan Peterson. They'll go just on the edge of the 18. Pertumam from a long ways out, and the goaltender, Micah Dove, has to reach up and make the save. Warriors looking to keep pace going back the other way as it goes right near the Henry Sibley bench. It'll go out of bounds. There'll be another throw coming. So for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, looking as though they will improve to 4-1-0 on the season. For the Henry Sibley Warriors, they'll fall to 3-3-1. And both teams looking to improve their positioning, as the Zephyrs, independent of other results tonight, will be pushed up to 12 points. That's good for 4th in the Metro East Conference. No other team can catch them at this point, as far as for 4th tonight anyway. With other games to be played, perhaps that schedule will bounce and move around. Or that standings, rather. Is on the far side. Zephyrs looking to create another chance here. Through ball into the area as it tried to get carried further along for Carl Lowry. But the Warriors, Hoffman, play it back further for Shirk. Hoffman again, able to create some space. Trying to go through the legs that time of Joe Palmer, was unable to do so. And the ball will be out of bounds for another Mahtomedi throw. If you're the Mahtomedi Zephyrs tonight, certainly a convincing victory, and always nice to be back on the win column.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, a pretty decisive win, 3-0. Outside of the first 20 minutes of play, I would say that the Zephyrs pretty much controlled this entire game. And of course, the big goal to start the half right off the kick definitely gives them some confidence and some swagger, I guess you could say, going into their next game.
Last chance for the Zephyrs here in the 79th minute from a sharp angle, unable to get to it, out of bounds, a goal kick. It looked like Pertumon was trying to go touch just a little bit too far for TJ Brunner, as it will go out of bounds, and a goal kick here in the 80th minute of play for Henry Sibley, winless in their last what will be 4 now. Kind of a tough road up after such a promising start for the Warriors.
Yeah, it's definitely a little disappointing, but it's one of those things that you have to have short memories for this. You only have so many games this season that you get to play, and you have one more game left. Let's kind of shake it off, and let's see what we can do the next game. Would have to be the mentality going into it.
Another rush here for the Zephyrs as they'll try to go in through the box. TJ Brunner from a sharp angle. Looked as though Dove was unable to field it cleanly, but he'll send it the length of the field, and that should just about do it here before it's mishandled here by the Zephyrs. They'll try to work back in. Nice little series of play that time by Jack Larson. He's trying to work back into the 18. Larson from a sharp angle. Not quite able to get around Palmer. He'll continue to be aggressive on it. Great job to hold it in before Palmer is able to get it. The clock counts down to zeros, and that'll be the 4th victory of the season for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs as they sweep the doubleheader here tonight at Mahtomedi High School by a final of 3-0. We want to thank everybody for joining us for our broadcast tonight. Again, to those of you watching on Channel 19 HD 801, we want to thank you for those of you watching on Facebook.com at Suburban Community Channels as well. We're certainly going to broadcast all of our games live through Facebook as long as the technology is allowing us to do so. Again, our star for tonight, Nolan Pertumon, 2 goals, 1 assist tonight. That assist, of course, coming right off the face-off of the second half of play. And an excellent job here. And these supporters for Mahtomedi here tonight certainly are thrilled with the effort that they've seen from their Zephyrs, and were rewarded with a 3-0 final. For David, Schuyler, Arlen Becker, and our entire SCC production group, for Allison Vogt, I'm Alex Westad. The final score of our boys contest tonight, Mahtomedi 3, Henry Sibley 0. This is your home for Mahtomedi Soccer.